most important part about every single session is this warm-up phase. This small routine that probably takes me no more than 5-6 minutes, and no word of a lie, but since incorporating a warm-up routine and just getting my full body warm, my sessions have never been the same. As in, they've been so much better. I'm unfortunately one of them people that I kind of got myself into that mindset of just coming in and just jumping straight to a barbell. And don't get me wrong, like I always start with a barbell, however, I always make sure that I'm warm. Now, I would literally come in, say I was doing chest, I would come in, jump straight onto a bench, fire 60 kilograms on and just start training. 3, 4, maybe 5 years into training, I kind of got to the point where I was like, right, I need to maybe start doing a little bit of warm up. So just to make sure that my joints are realistically ready, they're warm and they're supported more than ever, because as much as you maybe think that you're in a very good position with where your joints are, if your joints aren't warm, they're not supported. And again, whenever you see people using things like sleeves and that's not to give them extra leeway to lift extra weight. That's to keep your joints warm and that's to keep them supported. So whenever you come into the gym, 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes, really all you need. Just make sure that you can grab, say, 3 2-kilogram dumbbells, throw them about, get nice and warm. That's what I do at the start of every single session, whether I'm on upper body or lower body. And that's what allows me to train efficiently and safe. And again, we've got to take on board that if we are trying to lift as heavy as possible, we need to be safe. Oh. Okay. Second I flicked them up, I was thinking there's just no point in me doing between 5 and 8 reps here. So I still, on my normal days, I would have probably only done 1 rep. So I still kept it over the 1 rep marker. However, there was just no point in me taking the 40s for 5 to 8 there. Felt alright with them. I'm feeling confident for 50s. So it's going to be a case of 12 plus with the 50s, potentially over 2 sets unless we do a top and a back off with a drop. But the 40s felt a lot better than the 30s, which means the 50s should feel a lot better than the 40s. That's my logic. Okay, come on, Kev. Yep. Oh. Oh, oh, take that. 110% take that. I think 12 or 13. They felt good. They felt good. Again, just that initial getting them up, that's probably the last and final bit that's slacking or falling behind with everything else. Confidence is way back. Support is way back. Now it's just getting back into that groove of flicking them both up at the same time, and becoming really just better at it. It's a skill, and you kind of just get into a little bit more of a groove with the heavier weights. So again, it's coming. Once I get them up, I'm fine. As you've seen, it looked really hard to get up. Probably looked like I maybe only was going to do 3 reps, but I done 13. So that's what it is. What I'll do is I'm just going to drop back to 40s, and then we'll do a drop set. I'll do 40s, 20s, and then maybe even 10s. We'll just half the weight over a triple drop. Take as many reps as possible, then we'll move on to machine press. I'm happy with them though. Oh, up. Ooh. 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 Fuck. Oh, whoop. Ooh. 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 Aye. Aye. Oh. Ooh. 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 Okay, take that up to 3 next. So guys, if you want to be able to see this full session, completely raw, completely uncut, in depth to the absolute most, you can follow the video over on the Natural Bodybuilding Worldwide website. You can also follow my log over there. I've got daily updates on there pretty much every single time something exciting happens in my day. I like to just log it, and to be honest, it's a place where I can really open up and be honest as well. Some things you just don't really feel too comfortable with putting on Instagram. And again, with something like the site, it's full of not just obviously people being open and honest, but again, there's so much knowledge and that to be taken from one single place. And again guys, you can follow obviously not just my log, AJ's, Ben's, Laws's, there's new athletes coming on board as well, which is very exciting. So again, you can obviously follow all of our logs over there and this in-depth session in full over on the site. So again, link in the description box below, jump over there, follow it, join today. And again, trust me, you'll just not be disappointed. That's all I'm saying. Whoa. Oh, yes. Okay, yep. Come on, Kev. Oh! I think that was 6. Oh, I'm gonna take that. 4 3/4, 4 and a 15. I think when I started on this, I was on maybe around 3 and a 15. So that's essentially a plate up. Don't get me wrong, that's not been a plate up in a week. That's been a plate up in probably around maybe 6-7 weeks. So again guys, patience is everything, especially within the natural bodybuilding scene. we've got to take on board that we are not going to get stronger by 10 kilogram, 20 kilogram per session. We're only maybe going to gain 1.25 a side, 2.5 kilogram a side. You add that up over 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 sessions, you're talking a plate plus. So if you're willing to stick with it, then you are going to gain. You just need to be willing to put the graft in for a little bit longer just to get that extra bit of progress. But again guys, we've got to take on board that as long as we can see these sets before we actually execute them, that's how we'll perform a lot better than what you actually think. So limitations, especially like I've said in multiple videos, is everything. Self-belief is everything. If you start having even the slightest bit of self-doubt, your sets are gone. I had to go into that set knowing that I was going to be able to perform it, knowing that I was going to be able to take more than 3 reps, and I've done that. So now we'll back off. I'm essentially going to come down to 3 plates and a 15, so the plate drop off again, and I should be hoping for at least a good 12 plus set. Finito guys, shoulders is done. Oh, I think that was 5, 6 exercises, as you would have seen, all basic. Again, all as heavy as we can. We take our sets as far as possible, and that's pretty much it. No fancy movements or anything. 5, 6 exercises done. We took around 2 to 3 sets over absolutely every move, and again, because we took sets that far, that's more than enough. And again, as you'll sometimes see as well on bigger, more demanding sessions, if I'm only doing one set, it's because I've been able to develop that skill to be able to take 1 set the full way. And when you're able to be in a position where you've got that skill to take 1 set the full way, 1 set's enough. So just remember that. But on some of these smaller movements, 2, 3, 4 sets, you can most definitely get away with. But it's all about, like I said, developing that skill to be able to take a set the whole way, keep execution tight, keep on the movement, the body part from the start of the set to the end, be able to take it really heavy. That's where you need to work over a long extended period of time, so for example years, and be able to then develop that skill to take a set the full way. I haven't just been able to overnight develop that skill, that's taken years. Like I said, I'm almost 9 years into training, and maybe over the past, I would say, 2 to 3 years, maybe 4 years at a push, I've been able to do that with my sets. So again, that would have taken me up maybe 5 years into my training to actually develop that skill. You can't just develop it over the course of 6 months. You've got to give it time. But like I said, shoulders are done. I'm feeling good. Like I said, I'm feeling a lot more confident now, a lot more supported, good bit of body fat. I'm not walking about like a walking vein anymore. So again, as much as we miss the aesthetically pleasing lean look, we've got to take on board as an actual athlete especially, we have to push food, we have to push that weight up, we have to get to a position where our performance is through the roof, recovery's through the roof, sleep's in a very good spot, and we're not struggling to eat. That's that optimal position where you want to be in an off season, and again, it just so happens that comes with a little bit of body fat, but it's worth it, because if you want to make significant improvements and come back, and especially me being in the professional division now, I got a very good eye-opener this year, being able to see what it's like to be a pro against what it's obviously like to be a pro 10, 20 years in. So again, we've got to remember that. But of course, I hope you were able to enjoy the content that I'm still being able to produce in these videos, bring you guys, take you through as much of my journey as possible. I don't want it to be a video where I'm lecturing you guys, I'm telling you what's the best and what's not the best thing to do. I want you guys to get an insight into my training, but still provide as much value to the videos as possible. So like I said, if you were able to take something from it, fantastic. I'll just catch up with you all in the next video.